Greetings, my dear friends. Welcome to Zeus's Storytime. I am Zeus, the Greek god of wisdom and adventure. Today, I will share with you a tale called The Rise of Cronus and the Prophecy of His Downfall, a story from the mighty Greek legends that teaches us courage and cleverness. Let's dive into the world of gods and heroes. Long ago, before the age of gods like me, the earth was ruled by the mighty Titans, powerful beings born from Gaia, the great earth herself, and Uranus, the endless sky. Picture a world wild and vast, where towering mountains scraped the heavens, and forests whispered secrets older than time. The Titans were giants among giants, their voices rolling like thunder, their footsteps shaking the very ground beneath them. Among these Titans was Cronus, the youngest son of Gaia and Uranus. He was strong and clever, but he lived under the shadow of his father's harsh rule. Uranus, the sky, was a mighty and fearsome ruler. He kept his children locked away, hiding them deep within Gaia's body, the earth, so they could not rise or challenge his power. The earth groaned beneath this cruel imprisonment, and Gaia's heart ached for her children. One night, beneath a sky sparkling with countless stars, Gaia called her children to her side. Her voice was soft but filled with the strength of the earth's heartbeat. "My children," she said, "your father's rule is heavy and dark. It is time for change. Who among you will stand and bring light to the world?" The Titans looked at one another, fear flickering in their eyes. But Cronus, brave and determined, stepped forward. "Mother," he said, "I will face father. I will bring a new dawn for us all." Gaia smiled, hope shining in her eyes. She gave Cronus a sickle, sharp and shining like the crescent moon. "With this, you will free your brothers and sisters and bring a new age." That night, under the watchful gaze of the stars, Cronus crept silently through the shadows. The air was thick and still, as if the world itself held its breath. With steady hands and a heart pounding with courage, he faced his father, Uranus. The sky rumbled as the battle began. The night air was thick and heavy, as if the earth itself was holding its breath. Cronus moved quietly, his grip firm on the sickle that gleamed like a shard of moonlight. The vast sky above stretched endlessly, and there lay Uranus, the mighty father, ruling with a voice that boomed like thunder and eyes that blazed like stars. But tonight, the power was shifting. With a sudden, swift motion, Cronus raised the sickle high and struck. The sound was like a crack of lightning splitting the darkness. Uranus cried out, a sound that rolled across the heavens like a storm, shaking the mountains and stirring the seas. As Uranus fell, the sky darkened, and the stars flickered in surprise. The earth trembled beneath Cronus's feet, and from deep within Gaia's body, the imprisoned Titans were freed. They stretched their limbs and breathed the fresh air for the first time, their voices rising in a chorus of joy and relief. Yet, even in defeat, Uranus's voice carried a warning, a prophecy that chilled the very air. "Beware, Cronus," he thundered, "for you shall suffer the same fate. One of your own children will rise against you and cast you down, just as you have done to me." These words wrapped around Cronus's heart like a cold shadow. Though he had seized power, fear took root within him, a fear of the future, of the unknown, of the fate that awaited him. The age of the Titans had begun, but so too had the dark thread of destiny, weaving its way through the lives of gods and mortals alike. Cronus ruled with strength, but always with an eye toward the prophecy that haunted his every thought. And so, the story of power, fear, and fate continued to unfold beneath the endless sky, setting the stage for the adventures yet to come. Cronus sat upon his mighty throne, high above the mountains and rivers, ruling the earth with both strength and caution. Though he had won the battle against his father, the prophecy of Uranus echoed in his mind like a storm that would not pass. He feared the day one of his own children might rise to challenge him, just as he had challenged his father. As the seasons turned and time flowed like a great river, Cronus's wife and sister, Rhea, bore him many children, each one a god or goddess with powers beyond imagining. But with every birth, Cronus's fear grew darker and deeper. To protect his throne, he swallowed each child whole, hiding them away inside himself. The earth trembled with sorrow, and Gaia wept for her grandchildren trapped in darkness. Yet, Rhea's heart was full of love and hope. When her youngest child was born, she could not bear to lose him as she had lost the others. So, with great care and cleverness, she wrapped a heavy stone in swaddling clothes and gave it to Cronus. He swallowed it without question, believing it was his child. But the true baby, this child was hidden far away in a secret cave, safe and sound. This child was me, Zeus. I grew strong and wise in secret, learning the secrets of the earth, the sky, and the stars. I listened to the whispers of the wind and the songs of the rivers, preparing for the day I would return to free my siblings and challenge my father. The prophecy that had once filled Cronus with fear now set the stage for a new chapter, a story of courage, cleverness, and the fight for a brighter future. The winds of destiny were stirring, and the time for change was drawing near. Part 4. The battle between Cronus and me, his son, was fierce and filled with thunder and lightning. The skies roared as we clashed, the earth trembling beneath our feet. But I was clever and brave, and with the help of my freed siblings, we fought to bring a new age, a time when gods and mortals could live in harmony, and the light of courage and wisdom would shine bright across the world. Cronus's power was great, but the fear that had ruled his heart made him vulnerable. One by one, we challenged the rule of the Titans, and the mighty war known as the Titanomachy shook the heavens and the earth. Mountains crumbled, seas roared, and the skies flashed with lightning as the battle raged on. In the end, the Titans were defeated, and Cronus was cast down from his throne. But I did not seek to rule with fear or cruelty. I learned from the past that power without wisdom can bring only sorrow. Instead, I vowed to rule with kindness, courage, and cleverness, so that the world might flourish in light and hope. This tale of Cronus and the prophecy teaches us that fear can make even the strongest turn to darkness. But courage and cleverness, these are the true powers that shape our destiny. No matter the shadows that loom, we must face them bravely, with wisdom in our hearts. I hope you enjoyed this story about the rise of Cronus and the prophecy of his downfall. The lesson we learned today is that fear of fate can cloud our hearts, but courage and cleverness can break any chain. Remember to carry this wisdom with you, and be courageous and clever every day. Join me again soon for more tales from the Greek legends. Till I see you again, farewell, my dear friends.